A warm good morning to one and all. Welcome back to our mathematics class. Hope you are safe at home. Yesterday we discussed direct variation. What do you mean by direct variation? Direct variation means if one quantity is increasing, the other also increasing, or if one quantity is decreasing, then the other also decreasing. Now today we are going to learn inverse variation. What do you mean by inverse variation? Inverse variation means if one quantity is increasing, the other one is decreasing. If one is increasing, then other is decreasing. That is inverse. See, if one is increasing, then other is decreasing. That is inverse variation. Okay. If one quantity is increasing, then the other is decreasing. Suppose x and y are in inverse variation, then the product of x and y is a constant. In direct variation, we know that x1 by y1 is equal to x2 by y2 is equal to x3 by y3 is a constant. But in inverse variation, x1 into y1 is equal to x2 into y2 is equal to x3 into y3 is a constant. Okay. That is the difference between direct and inverse variation. In direct variation, x1 by y1 is equal to x2 by y2 is equal to x3 by y3 x3 by y3 is a constant. And here in inverse variation, x1 y1 equal to x2 y2 is equal to x3 y3 equal to a constant. Clear? Now let us discuss the problems. Exercise 10b. 10b, first question, check whether x and y vary inversely or not. We want to find if it is vary inversely or not. Here, second question, see x is equal to 30, 120, 60, 24. Y is equal to 60, 30, 30, 75. If x vary inversely means if x and y are in inverse proportion or inverse variation, then x1 y1 is equal to x2 y2 is equal to x3 y3 is equal to x4 y4. Here 4 variations are there, 1 2 3 4. So let us check it. x1 y1 means 30 into 60. What is 30 into 60? 1800. Now x2 y2, 120 into 30, 3600. Now 60 into 30, 1800. 24 into 75, 1800. These three quantities are equal, but one is different, 3600. So we can say that xy in each case are not equal. Therefore, x and y are not in inverse proportion or inverse variation. X and y are not in inverse variation. Clear? So first you have to write the relation x1 y1 is equal to x2 y2 is equal to x3 y3 is equal to x4 y4. Then x1 y1 1800, x2 y2 is 3600 and x3 y3 1800, x4 y4 1800. Three quantities are equal but one is different, so we cannot say that they are in inverse variation. Okay, they are in inverse variation, so it is x and y are not in inverse variation. X and y are not in inverse variation or inverse proportion. In direct variation, we know that x1 by y1 equal to x2 by y2. Here x1 into y1 is equal to x2 into y2. That is the difference. Okay. Here only three quantities are equal. Fourth one is different. That's why it is not in inverse variation. Clear? Now question number 2. If x and y vary inversely, find the values of L, M and N. Find the values of L, M and N. Here first question. X, Y. 4, 4, 8, L, 2, M, 32, N. So we know that it is given that x and y are in inverse variation. In the question it is given that x and y are in inverse variation. So since x and y are inverse proportion or variation, then xy is equal, xy, all the xy is equal. So x1 y1 is equal to x2 y2 is equal to x3 y3 is equal to x4 y4. Since x and y are in inversely proportional, then then xy is equal. x1 y1 is equal to x2 y2, and x2 y2 is equal to x3 y3, like that. So what is x1 y1? 4 into y1 also 4 into 4, 16, and 8 into L, which is also 16, all are equal, so 8 into L, 16, that means L is equal to 16 by 2, 8. Okay, sorry, it's 16 by 8, 2. Then third one, 2 into M is equal to 16. Here 4 into 4 already we got 16. Or if x and y are in inverse variation, then x into y is a constant. X into y is a constant. So 4 into 4, 16. 2 into m, 16. So m is equal to 16 by 2, 8. Next one, 32 into n. It is also 16 because 16 x1 into y1 is a constant, so 32 into n, 60. So n is equal to 16 by 32 equal to 1 by 2, which is equal to 0.5. So here L2 m equal to 8, n equal to 0.5. Clear? Very simple. Only one thing you remember, whether x and y are in inverse or direct variation. If x and y are in direct variation, then x by y is a constant. That means x1 by y1 is equal to x2 by y2 is equal to x3 by y3, which is a constant. If they are in inverse variation, then x into y is a constant. That is x1 y1 equal to x2 y2 equal to x3 y3 equal to a constant. That's all. Okay. Next, question number 3. 36 men can do a piece of work in 7 days. How many men will do the same work in 42 days? 36 men can do a piece of work in 7 days. How many men will do the same in 42 days? See here, the steps are very simple, but first you want to check whether it is in direct or indirect variation. Direct or indirect variation. Here 36 men can do a piece of work in 7 days. Then how many men needed to complete in 42 days? See, the number of men is increasing. We need less days to complete. See, the number of workers are more, then the work will complete within few days, isn't it? If the number of workers are large or more, then they will take a short period of time to complete the work. Suppose to build a house, there are 10 workers are there. 10 workers are there. They need to complete. They need to complete in 1 month. They will complete the work in 1 month. Suppose there are 20 workers or more than that worker. They will complete the work within a short period of time. Once again, if there is 10 workers to build a house, suppose they will take 1 month. 10 workers 1 month. And if there are 20 workers, double, that means 20 workers, the house will construct within half month, that is 15 days. That means number of workers are increasing, the days of work will reduce. The days of work will reduce. Okay, so one is increasing, other is decreasing. Number of men is increasing, days will decreasing. Okay, number of days is decreasing, then men is decreasing. One quantity is increasing, other quantity is decreasing. That means it is inverse variation. You know what do you mean by inverse variation? Inverse means if one quantity is increasing, other is decreasing. Here number of men is increasing, then days decreasing. So x and y are in inverse variation. Here x and y are in inverse variation. Now we can write in table form. Men 36 men complete the within 7 days. So men day, two variables are there, x y. X y, that is x y. Men and days. 36 men can complete a work in 7 days. Then how many men needed to complete the work in 42 days? That is the question. So in the column of days 42, and how many men? We don't know the men. So x. One more method is there. Men day we can write this way. Men 36, days 7, then days 42, men it is unknown. So x. This way also you can write. Any one method you can follow. So this is inverse variation. So we can write x1 into y1 is equal to x2 into y2. x1 means 36, y1 is 7. 36 into 7 equal to x into 42. We can write x into 42 first, which is equal to 36 into 7. So x is into 42 comes to opposite side, that is by 42. 36 into 7 by 42. 1 7s are 7, 6 7s are 42. Now 1 6 are 6, 6 6 are 36. So 6 men. See here, 37. If 36 men are there, the work will completed in 7 days. If there are 6 men, then 42 days they are taking. Only 6 men are there. So long time taken to complete the work. Okay, so that means it is inverse variation. In the case of inverse variation, x1 y1 equal to x2 y2. But one thing you have to know how to draw this table. This table is very important. If you got the table correctly, then rest of the things are easy. Okay, here men days 36, men 7 days, and the question is how many men needed to complete the work in 42 days. So work 42 or days 42, men we don't know. So x. Okay, so answer is 6. Now next question, fourth one. 12 pipes all of the same size fill a tank in 42 minutes. See, 12 pipes are there which is connected to a tank. 12 pipes which is connected to a tank and it will take 42 minutes to fill the tank. 12 pipes take 42 minutes to fill the tank. How long will it take to fill the same tank if 21 pipes of the same size are used? See, if the number of pipes were increased, suppose firstly it is 12 pipes. Now the number of pipes is increased, that is 21 pipes are there. Then how much time it will take to complete the filling process? So it is clear that if there are 22 pipes, then 42 minutes is taken. If the number of pipes increase, that is 21, it take less time to fill the tank. It take less time to fill the tank. If 12 pipes are there, the tank can fill in 42 minutes. If 12 pipes are, then time taken to fill the tank is 42 minutes. If 21 taps are there or 21 pipes are there, it will take less time. It will fill very fastly. The tank will fill very fastly. So one quantity is increasing, other quantity is decreasing. That is, number of pipes increasing, time is decreasing. So it is in inverse variation. Okay, inverse variation. So we can write pipes and time. Pipes x, time y. If 12 pipes are there, they take 42 minutes to fill the tank. 12 pipes, 42 minutes. Now if 21 pipes are there, how much time taken to fill the tank? So it is y, unknown quantity y. So we know that it is in inverse variation. You should write this step. It is in inverse variation. So x1 by y1 is x2 by y2. x1 y1 is x2 y2. That is, what is x1? 12, y1 42. So 12 into 42 equal to 21 into y. 21 into y. So first we write 21y is equal to 12 into 42. So y is 12 into 42 by 21. This 21 into become division. So cancellation, 21 into 1 21, 21 into 2 42. So 12 2s are 24 minutes. 24 minutes means it is less time, you know. If there are 12 pipes, it will take 42 minutes to fill the tank. Now if it is 21 pipes, then only for 24 minutes is enough to fill the tank. Only 24 minutes. Okay. So very simple. Clear? Only one thing you should remember, the table. And then check whether it is in inverse or direct. Now fifth question. In a fort, 150 men had provisions for 45 days. After 10 days, 25 men left the fort. How long would the food last at the same rate? Suppose in a fort, 150 men had provision for 45 days. Suppose in a fort there are 150 men had provision of 45 days. 150 men, 45 days. After 10 days. So after 10 days, 25 men left the fort. After 25 days, after 10 days, 25 men left means the previous 10 days they consumed the food, you know. These 150 men need 150 men had provision for 45 days food means they stored the food such a way that only 45 days foods are there. They kept 45 days food are there and it is enough for 150 men. Okay, that means 150 ആൾക്കുള്ള ഭക്ഷണമാണ് അവരെടുത്ത് വെച്ചിരിക്കുന്നത്. അതായത് 45 ഡേയ്സിന് തികയും 150 ആൾക്കാർക്കുള്ള ഭക്ഷണം. എത്ര ദിവസത്തിന്? 45 ദിവസത്തിന് ഉള്ള ഭക്ഷണം അവിടെ ഇരിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. ആ ഫോർട്ടിൽ 45 ഡേയ്സിനുള്ള ഭക്ഷണം അവിടെ ഉണ്ട്. ആൻഡ് നമ്പർ ഓഫ് പേഴ്സൺസ് ഓർ നമ്പർ ഓഫ് മെൻ ഇസ് 150. 150 ആൾക്കാർക്കുള്ള ഭക്ഷണം അവിടെ ഉണ്ട് 45 ഡേയ്സിന് കറക്റ്റ്. ദെൻ ആഫ്റ്റർ 10 days 25 men left. Now how many men are there? Now 150 minus 25, 125 are there. 10 ദിവസം കഴിഞ്ഞപ്പോൾ 25 പേര് അവിടുന്ന് പോയി. Now only 125 is there, you know. ബട്ട് ഈ 10 ദിവസം ഈ ഒരു ഭക്ഷണം കഴിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. ഈ 150 ആൾക്കാരിൽ 25 ആളുകൾ ആ ഫോർട്ടിൽ നിന്ന് പോയി. 10 ദിവസം കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ടാണ് പോയത്. ആ 10 ദിവസം അവർ ഭക്ഷണം കഴിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടാവുമല്ലോ. ആ 10 days അവർ ഭക്ഷണം കഴിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. സോ ആ ഭക്ഷണത്തിൻ്റെ മൈനസ് ചെയ്തതിന് ശേഷമാണ് ഇത് കാണാൻ പറ്റൂ. ഓക്കെ, ഫസ്റ്റ് വി ഹാവ് ടു സബ്ട്രാക്ട് ദാറ്റ് 10 days before, because that before 10 days also they are having their food, you know. They are not fasting, they are eating their food, they ate their food on these 10 days. So we want to subtract that food also, we want to less that food, we want to minus it. Okay, so how to write? First, after so see, if you are drawing this in a column method without subtracting, it is you won't get the answer. Okay, see, after 10 days, after 10 days for 150 men, provision will last 45 minus 10, that means 35 days. Okay, if 150 men are there, 45 days food is there. But after 10 days, 10 days over. But these 10 days they are consuming food, So we want to subtract that 45 minus 10. ആ 10 ദിവസത്തെ ഫുഡ് മൈനസ് ചെയ്യണം. So it is 35 days. Okay. Now only 35 days food is there. Now after 10 days, 25 men also left. 150 ആൾക്കാരിൽ 25 പേര് അവിടുന്ന് പോയി. ഓക്കെ. ആ പോകുന്നതിന് മുമ്പ് അവർ ഭക്ഷണം കഴിച്ചായിരുന്നു. 10 ദിവസത്തെ ഭക്ഷണം ഓൾറെഡി കഴിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ അതിന് ശേഷം എത്ര ഡേയ്സ് ഉണ്ട്, എത്ര ഭക്ഷണം ഉണ്ട്, അത് നോക്കണം. സോ 35 days ആർ ലെഫ്റ്റ് ബിക്കോസ് 10 days ഫുഡ് ഓൾറെഡി ദേ ഫിനിഷ്ഡ്. Okay, so 35 days. Now after 10 days, 25 men left, mean now only 150 minus 25, 125 men are there. Okay, so 35 days is there. 5 days are over. Sorry, 10 days are over left. So only 45 minus 10, that is 35 days are left, and 125 men are left. So now we can draw the table. Men provision. Men is x, provision is y. If 150 men, then 35 days food is there, and 125 men, y. We want to find what is the provision for 125 men. Okay, so 150, don't write 45 because 150 men is there. After 10 days food we are calculating. After 10 days food we are calculating. So before this 10 days they are having their food, So now only 35 days. 150 men, 35 days. 10 ദിവസത്തിന് ശേഷമുള്ള കാര്യമാണ്. അതുവരെ അവർ ഭക്ഷണം കഴിച്ചു. ഈ 150 ആൾക്കാരും കഴിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. സോ 150 ആൻഡ് 35. ഇതിന് ശേഷമാണ് 25 ആൾക്കാർ പോയത്. സോ 125 ആൻഡ് പ്രൊവിഷൻ y. Now this is in inverse variation, Inverse variation means one quantity is increasing, other is decreasing. Number of men is increasing, provision of food is decreasing, കുറേ ആൾക്കാരുണ്ടാകുമ്പോൾ ഫുഡ് പെട്ടെന്ന് തീർന്നു പോകും. isn't it? കുറേ ആൾക്കാരുണ്ടാകുമ്പോൾ ഫുഡ് പെട്ടെന്ന് തീർന്നു പോകും. ഓക്കെ, സോ ഇറ്റ് ഇസ് ഇൻവേഴ്സ് വേരിയേഷൻ, കുറച്ച് ആൾക്കാരേ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ നമ്മുടെ വീട്ടിൽ ഫുഡ് കുറേ ദിവസമായിരിക്കും. സോ one quantity is less, other quantity is more. That means inverse. So we can write x1 y1 is x2 y2. So that is x1 means 150, y1 35, 150 35, 125 y. Okay, 150 into 35, 125 into y. This is x, y. 150 35, 125 y. Now cross multiply. Otherwise 125 y is equal to 150 into 35. That means y is 150 into 35 by 125. Okay, 150 into 35 by 125. Now cancellation in 5's table. 2 5s are 10, 5 5s are 25, 7 5s are 35. Now 25 and 150. 1 into 25, 25. 6. Now 6 7s are 42 days. Okay, 42 days. Provision of food is 42 days for 125 men. Clear? Once again, after 10 days, here 150 men is there, and 45 days are there. If you are drawing this way, it is wrong. 150, 45, then 125. Why? This is wrong. Okay, this is wrong because after 10 days we want to calculate after 10 days. So after 10 days means 10 days is over, that is 45 minus 10 days, that is 35 days. So 150 35, then 125 men are there only. From 150 after 10 days 25 men left. So 150 minus 25 is 125, and this is why. Okay, now 7th question. 7th one. If 56 workers can build a wall in 180 hours, how many workers will be required to do the same work in 70 hours? Okay, 56 workers can build a wall in 180 hours. 56 workers can build a wall in 180 hours. And how many workers will require to do the same work in 70 hours? So to complete the work within 180 hours, 56 workers are the needed. Now which want to complete in 70 hours, how many workers are needed? We want to complete it fast, here 180 hours, here 70 hours. So we want to complete it fast, so many workers are needed. We want to increase the number of workers to finish the work in less time limit. Okay, to finish the work in less time limit, we want to increase the number of workers. So one quantity is increasing, other quantity is decreasing. It is in inverse variation. Inverse variation. So how to do this? See, two columns, workers, hours. 56 workers, 180 hours. X and Y. 56 workers, 180 hours, and 70 hours. They want to finish it within 70 hours, and we want to find the number of workers. So X, put it as X. We don't know. Now write, since workers and hours are in inverse variation. To complete a work, number of workers are increasing, then hours is decreasing. So since workers are and hours are in inverse variation, x1 y1 is equal to x2 y2. x1 into y1 is x2 into y2. That is x1 56, y1 180. 56 into 180 is x into 70. Okay, 56 into 180 is x into 70. First we can write this one. 70x is 56 into 180. 70x is 56 into 180. So x is 56 into 180 divided by 70. If you are writing this one first, no change of sign and all. You just move x into 70. You just write it first. 56 into 180 by 70. 0, 0 get cancelled. 1 7s are 7. 8 7s are 56. 8 into 18, 144. 8 into 18, 144 workers. Clear? Workers and hours. If you got the table, the rest of the steps are very easy. Okay. Before that, you should identify the question is in inverse or direct variation. If the question is in inverse variation, then you can apply the formula x1 y1 is equal to x2 y2. That is, product is a constant. If it is in direct variation, then you can apply the formula x1 by y1 is equal to x2 by y2. Okay. Hope you understand today's class. Mark homework. Okay, mark the homework. Exercise 10b. First question, second sub question, and third sub question. First and third. And question number 2, second sub question. Then 6, 8. These are the homeworks. Very simple. Try to do yourself. Okay. Exercise 10b. First question, sub question 1, 3. From second question, sub question 2, then sixth one and eighth one. Okay, clear? That's all for today's class. Thank you. Have a nice day.